He probably took the bleach into the bedroom. Hello, everyone. Hi, just talking to Grandma. How y'all doing? I'm going to be sitting here and working on something else while we all enjoy this footage of another video I did. I did this like a long time ago, like over Christmas when I was starting to figure out how to set up recordings, like actually do this properly. Um, Now that I had after I started streaming, I figured out the proper settings for recording stuff. Oh no, my pen setting didn't save. I'm working with a very specific texture. Hello, Condor. How you doing? Okay, let's see. Let me remember what I was working with. Anyway, this is just Jubilee because why not? I think it wasn't that. It was a texture, and it was a paper texture, unorganized. It was. Oh, come on. Was it glass? No, it wasn't glass. It was. It wasn't paper. I know that. It was something else. I wish. Man, I wish. Okay, tell you what. We're going to go with. Oh, maybe it was this. Okay, this will do. Fuzztastic will do fine. I just need to drop the intensity a little bit. No, actually, that'll be horrible. No, that'll be fine. Yeah, that'll work out great. Okay, groovy. Yeah, it has been a while. I've been alright dealing with college. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm not a huge fan of X-Men, Condor. But I will admit, when it first premiered on Fox, I was there for the premiere. And it wasn't like anything I had seen before. Or it didn't feel like anything I had seen before. I was used to stuff like... what was it? Like G.I. Joe and stuff like that. This was at a very transitional period between animation, wasn't it? Because you had stuff like you had stuff like Tiny Toons and like Darkwing, not Darkwing, DuckTales had just come back. Disney was making a big splash with their stuff. You were moving away from things like toy-centric stuff. It wasn't completely gone, but it was like moving away and towards more like established like series. And then you had Batman, which was a big influence. I'd say that this is sort of a in-between between the storytelling of Batman, but also the same sort of artistic style as something like G.I. Joe, where they go for the very realistic kind of human portrayal. And I think, as we all know, there was that at one point where they changed studios, I think around season 3, and then it kind of all just... it got less visually pleasing. But I remember... Hey, Johnny 2x4. Yeah, I remember watching this and just being like, oh, this doesn't feel... this feels so weird. Because it was really dramatic. I remember her listening to her parents and then going to the arcade and then being attacked by this giant sentinels. And of course, people have been reading those stories for a while, but it was just like, oh, it was like I was personally introduced into something just so bizarre and weird. And frankly, unsettling, which is appropriate. Not upsetting that they were mutants. I mean, Ninja Turtles they were always the heroes. It was a little bit of a jarring to be like, oh, I guess they're afraid of them, the mutants. When my previous experience was like, who the hell wouldn't want to be a mutant? Oh God, they even made the Toxic Crusader. He wasn't the Avenger anymore. He was the Crusader. This has got to be the weirdest move. Like, that's the one that stands out. It's like, you got, hey, you had RoboCop, which was like the G-rated Adventures of RoboCop, this ultra-violent show. And then you had Rambo and like Chuck Norris, whatever. But that one really stood out, especially because if little kids were going to go and then look up the movies that that was based on. I remember seeing I never actually saw it, but I remember seeing a trailer in front of Cannibal the Musical. Um, which how the hell did that not get? My brain's scattered right now. I'm drawing. It's early in the morning. I've had my coffee, and my brain is scattered. How the hell did Let's Build a Snowman not pick up more trend during the whole Frozen saturation? But anyway, I saw a trailer for like Toxic Crusader 4, and it was just gross and weird. And I was like, oh, they made a kids show about this? I forgot about that. Cobra Commander versus Red Skull. Who would win? Red Skull. Well, actually, you know what? I don't know much about Red Skull. All I know is that he's a Nazi. And I also don't know much about Cobra Commander. They just seem to be like bosses. I don't know tactically what Red Skull does. I watched the Captain America movie, and I still don't quite know what he does. At least in the really bad, at least in that really bad like Captain America movie, it was implied that he's basically just the same thing as Captain America. He's a genetic experiment. Gone badzo. I hate how I relate to Legoshi at times. What are we doing? I love Silverback. The intro I loved. Silverhawk. Oh, okay. Silverhawks, yeah. You know, I was just looking at like someone they was showing panels of Beastars. I watched the first season and rather enjoyed it. But someone started showing off like panels of the manga, specifically about all the different like expressions and poses that Haru has. She like has all these like really vibrant expressions that just really add a lot to her character. The quote unquote gremlin mode that she goes through. And she's got that big goofy smile, which is just kind of heartwarming. They don't really like communicate that in the anime. Because I guess they just couldn't get the style down. So the voice acting is fantastic, but I kind of wish they had maybe had a little bit more of that. Or it's just like, oh, okay, you can totally tell that this is just like she is capable of like acting like a really goofy little kid, like cross her arms, have this scowl on her face. She seems a little bit more sophisticated than in the manga than comes off in the anime. And I kind of appreciate the goofy stylization. If I could see it. So I'm just basically building up the shape here of Jubilee. Just working with the naked eye. I mean, I didn't have any references or anything. I just wanted to make like a natural pose that I think would suit her. And that's just jumping with her arms, like, in front of her. Other than that, let's see. It's crazy that Widget from Wawa Wuzzle is Haru. Um, she also plays. She plays a bunch of other characters. She was. I believe she has a role on the Loud House. She's the brainy one, like the little brainy, like the second youngest one, but she's also the smartest one, which is weird. I mean, well, it's cool. I've heard some of her other roles. I do like Haru. She just has like a really kind of softness to her. And it's interesting to actually have a character that expresses herself through her sort of sexuality. She I didn't quite understand what was going on with her until that one episode where, spoilers, she explains that uh, she's been sort of looked down all her old life. People have been really nice to her and been smiling at her, like she's just a little kid. Like they help her out, they carry things, and they say, "Oh, okay, tiny bunny, I'll help you." And then she sort of realized that when people will treat her seriously when they are attracted to her, and she sort of has these open relationships with individuals. Like the first time someone actually gives her flowers and says, I like you," her first reaction was, he's not smiling. He's not smiling like I'm some kind of kid. Oh yeah, Ghost of Molly McGee, that's right. Oh yeah, Libby. Libby's awesome. I gotta see the second season. I keep forgetting about that. They've been hyping up the Owl House so much. So anyway, that's like the first. That's like a character that has like a kind of like openness, promiscuity. You would be a more negative inflection to put on that character, but it kind of makes sense. It's like, oh, that's her way of being communicating and connecting with people. It doesn't come with its own problems, sure, and then of course being raised in a sort of abstinent heavy environment from both church and school, like don't do anything. Yeah, that's I have my own inflections on that, but I just find it really kind of cool that she's just not like, "Ooh, I just love sex because I'm a free person. I do what I want to do." Uh, Very much like the Rent style, which is obnoxious. There's a kind of philosophy to it instead of like anti-philosophy, which is, or rather, and what am I trying to? Yeah, just like what people assume, like Nietzsche was talking about when he says, "Oh well, the meaning is in a vacuum," for the most part. The negative connotation of nothing matters. It's Crazy Season 3, the last season of the series. Cram 2-year arc into it. I don't know how long it is, but... oh, hey, Alter, how's it going? I don't know how long the manga is. I know that one time I opened it up and some crazy crap was going down, and I shut it. I was like, okay, well, that was weird. I'll wait. And I never expect, especially now with the state of Netflix, I never expected them to actually finish anything. They got a new cartoon about eggs and stuff, and I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. Let's see, is that right? That look good? No, that does not. I need to move this a little bit over here. I'm talking to myself. You guys will see this a little later. I gotta go and track down the rest of Dead End and actually read it. I peeked a little bit ahead of time towards one issue. But I want to actually see where the story goes. The manga is 22 volumes. I don't know anime. Or manga, pardon me. Or manga. The only manga I was ever in... hey, Michael. The only I was ever into was a manga called, and I probably told you guys this hundreds of times, a manga called, Jin, King of Thieves. And I really liked the style when it started out. And then as it went on and on and on, the style got like really sort of like, I don't want to say abstract, but like undefined, I guess is another word. Because abstract, you can also have, structure to it. This one was just like a lot of white, and you couldn't quite tell where characters were in certain spaces. But at the beginning, it was like really, really kind of scribbly, really kind of heavy lines, heavy black lines. And it had like really good stories. It's about this kid named Jin. It's that thing in all anime where they're named after one thing. Like Dragon Ball Z started it with like Kakarot and all that stuff. Carrots and vegetables and stuff. And in this world, everyone's named after liquors. So you got Jin, and you got Kerr, and then you've got, like they go to a town called Blue Hawaii, and that's what they do. And he's like the king of thieves. He's naturally can steal anything. And he even manages to steal like abstract thoughts. He always picks a different target, comes in, and then like beats up this like really like some sort of despot or monster that is terrorizing other people. And he gets like he'll steal like a little tiny trinket that has like almost no value, or he will like actually steal like an abstract thought in a weird way. Yeah, it was just like a really good series. There was one series that was 7 issues long, and then another follow-up series that was 14. I didn't quite care for the second series because that's where the art was getting a little loose. He had developed, the artist was developing their style, and then they were becoming more, I would almost, like undefined. Like the line art was very light. I think they may have switched over to digital. I don't know. But, yeah, that's the only manga I ever really truly got like into, because that shit's expensive. I'm gonna turn down this intensity a little bit. And it was also nice just to have like a little something off to the side that was kind of my own. Like I didn't read Dragon Ball Z. I didn't read. Now you can read if your scruples are loose enough. You can read anything you want. And by scruples, I mean your dedication to capitalism. Oh yeah, that's right. Someone, a recent artist, Manga Kaka, is that what they call it? Hello, Pest. How's it going? Long time no see. A Galaxy Express. Yeah, I've seen that one. I never heard of Captain Harlock. But I've heard of it. There was a manga course that I took online at university just because it was just like something to do. Or like it filled up one of my quotas. And one of the books, mangaka. Okay. And one of the books like constantly like referenced like space battleship Yamato and Captain Harlock. I still have those books. That was like my favorite. I think that was still my favorite class. Okay, let's see now. Oh, okay, I know what I need to do. Come on. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, see you, Alter. You take care. The new part of JoJo is wild. I bet it is. Oh, that's, well, I guess Captain Harlock. Cool, so it was like counterculture stuff. I bet it will be, Johnny. The last JoJo I watched was what do you call it? Golden Experience? Is that what the arc is named? Okay, hold on. I want to... Yeah, there we go. Stop. Good. Okay, good. I thought I lost my recordings. Seeing a lot of Harlock, who's a bunch of socially misfit drunks. Oh, okay, cool. Golden Wind. Okay, yeah. So there was a prison one, and then now they're going... Are you talking about the prison one, or are you talking about the sailor one that has the soap powers? Because I learned a lot about JoJo basically just through osmosis. Like the Super Friends, or pardon me, rest in peace. The Castle Super Beast will not shut up about it. They love JoJo. It was really good when they actually figured out how Golden Experience Requiem works. And how it relates in the way that they figured out how it works in relation to like the internet analog or metaphor, where you experience packet loss, like where the universe is the server, and then your actions are done locally, and then Golden Experience cuts that off so the universe never sees your own actions. JoJo Land. Okay, well, part 6 is Stone Ocean. I don't know what that means. Part 7 is Steel Ball Run. That's the horse race with the President of the United States, right? And then JoJo Lion is... Wait, are you talking about the manga or the animated series? Because I'm not touching the manga. Explain now, Harlock was inspired by his father, lived with the guilt his whole life due to how he blamed him for the deaths of Japanese soldiers during the war. Oh, shit. Wow. That's heavy. Because I know that the guy who works on JoJo is still making the manga. I think. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, there we go, there we go. This should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm getting back to my... Oh, shit, I forgot that. Okay. Let me explain a great video on it. Let me share a great video. Yeah, you've got mod privileges. Part 6 ending has nothing to do with Part 7. Oh, okay. Yeah, Captain? Oh, okay, here. No, the iPhone has a weird thing. Okay, you take your time. I'm out here. Ooh, right on. Yeah, Grandma needed help with her phone. She turned on the flashlight. I'm not as concerned about being interrupted while I'm doing this as much as I am when I'm streaming. I don't know why. I think it's because, I don't know, you're in the middle of a game, you're in character, you're trying to make everything seem seamless. This is just kind of a, well, it's what it is. Ain't it, folks? Does she have something on her back that I should be aware of? Not Jubilee, whoever I'm doing it. Was Jubilee a vampire? No. She had, like, the ability to... Wait, was she a vampire? Condor? Are you talking about, like, some Morbius shit? Did she, like, morb out? Did she go... Is it morbing time for Jubilee? I know there was one, back when... What was it? Oh, that stupid, Civil War crap. Or no, this was House of M. She lost her powers. She was one of the, like, the few mutants that, like, lost her abilities. So she had to, like, have these, like, gauntlets that replicated her powers. How did they ever retcon the, what was it? It was, not retcon, maybe, but address the fact that Wolverine lost all his antimantium. I butchered that. I butchered that like Wolverine. You know, his metal skeleton when Magneto finally just said, oh, enough of this shit. And then took it all out. Okay, let me check it up. She was a vampire for about 5 years. Oh, sorry, loud. 5 years in the comics. Rogue was an energy vampire. Wouldn't they take away her powers? That'd be interesting. Huh. Okay. For 5 whole years. That's a long run for a character. That's kind of like the Velma thing. It's like, well, I have this idea for a story, but I also want people to pay attention to it. So I'll just hijack this character. That's crazy. Also, she didn't have her original powers for a bit due to the House of M. Yeah, I said that. I remember it because it was taking place after. Was it? I had some Civil War had something to do with it because I remember it was an issue, one of those stupid issues that I picked up, and they were talking about Civil War and all that crap. Okay, that's not good. So I did not like Civil War. Civil War got me, killed my momentum that I was in college. I had my own income, and I was spending a lot of time in the comic book store because I was also like studying different styles that I was interested in, and the Civil War just brick walled any interest I had in Marvel. And then I would later just kind of that would just die out my interest altogether. There we go. That's better. Is she? Yeah. Okay. House of M. Meanwhile, Frank Richards has been a kid for around 50 years. Oh yeah, that's right. House of M is still one of the dumbest events because there were too many mutants. Maybe just like don't use every character all the time. Well, like My Hero Academia, like figured this out like perfectly. It's like, well, not every mutant has to be like a superhero. You could just let them live their lives. They could be like low power mutants. Or just like, I don't know, hang out. I also got an image commission from the creator of Ant. The creator of Ant by Mario Gully himself. The creator of Ant? Who's Ant? Do you mean Ant-Man? No, that would be really. I think that would be more expensive if it were Ant-Man creator. I know you were more of a DC. You know what? I'm actually not. I think DC just it's like DC happens to have a better run when it comes to animated projects. And I tend to steer more towards that than I do actual comic books. Like I said, I was I was really, really getting into comic books at the time. But even then, I was like just on the sort of edge of like the mainstream stuff. I think the most I ever got to mainstream was Superman and Batman. Those issues where like Superman and Batman went to like an alternative universe where they fought like their Marvel ripoffs, like Soldier and there was Soldier and like some sort of little like wasp girl, and they had like Thor, but he had an axe instead of a hammer. So he was like an ice giant kind of thing. And yeah, those were fun. And then when it came to Marvel, I was really into Marvel because I was into two series. And that was the 2000s Power Pack by the studio Guru, or Guri or whatever. I just like that style. I think that would have lent very well to animation. And then there was the New Warriors, which again was at the time the artist on that was Scooty Young, who of course went on to like do a whole bunch of other stuff. I think he's mainly known these days for I Hate Fairyland. Um, but he had a great, again, a sort of exaggerated style. Even though I was trying to figure out how to like break down more realistic characters because I was in college at the time, and trying to learn, um, I was still drawn towards the things that made me want to be like a cartoonist and an animator and an artist in the first place, which was the cartoony stuff. Um, and then Civil War happened, and then it just kind of all like didn't get. It was no longer fun anymore. There are these sort of uh, these waiting tides of superheroes being like really fun for a little bit and then getting way too heavy for their own damn good. Like, and then even though I'm not even interested in like the Marvel Cinematic Universe anymore because it's just so saturated. Now everything's interconnected with everything else, which is my bigger problem with ensemble superhero casts. I like individual teams, but then when those teams start moving in and working with other teams and then other teams and then other superheroes, it's just like it just gets all messy. Because especially when you're like, well, why couldn't this one superhero, what were they doing at the time when they theoretically like live down the street and or can run across the globe in 5 minutes? Like the Flash can put down his sandwich at like any given moment and help any superhero do anything. Like if as long, especially now with like at the time you could say like, well, no one knows everything, but like we got Twitter now and shit. Like all he needs to do is like um follow like every local news and then say, okay, tell me whenever there's like an emergency in like in Gotham or Metropolis. Ooh, Ant. Okay, I think I've seen Ant. I think I've seen Ant. I think I have seen something of her. She's just got kind of like her suit is like really simplistic, right? It's just like a red suit, no like emblems or belts or anything. And then she's got like these big razor antennas. Cool. Okay, that's awesome. But anyway, enough ragging on the state of the DCU. I mean, the MCU, DCU, MCU, all sorts of U's and me's. Let's see now. I need to set the transparency to this so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Oh, what the hell? Oh, what was that? Go away. I hit something that I didn't want to. Invincible in a non-canon universe world event. Huh. Zaboomafoo. Oh, that's something I haven't thought about in a while. Was that like a Kratz joint? Like before they became superheroes? And that's done there. Beautiful. Okay. Now, what do I want to do? Yeah. Okay, cool. And we go to multiply. And then switch out to, let's see, one of my shading colors. Let's try a red. And too red. Pink, maybe? And too pink. That's beautiful. Okay. Yeah, it was a Kratz production. Okay, yeah, because they talked about, like, animals and stuff. I remember that. Vaguely. That was back in the cheese muffin era of my life. Me and my brother, we were left alone, or I would babysit him, even though I was like I was not quote unquote legal age to babysit him, end quote, but like everyone does it. I was like maybe 12 at the time. Was I? Was I that young? Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. One treat that I would like to make him is that we would get these, I would make our own like cheap egg McMuffins, where I take a slice of cheese, an English muffin, and then a slice of like ham, or yeah, a slice of like ham, and then I would microwave that, and then we would eat that, and then like watch TV shows. And that's how we spent one summer, like a couple summers actually. So whenever I think of like that, or like Walter Melon, or what's another one? I just sort of I think of that as the melted cheese era. Hello, Worms. How's it going? Good evening from the UK. Oh, shit. It's evening there? Wait, you would show up to my streams at night. Was it morning there? Hey, channel, if you like comics, you can check out a channel on YouTube called Comic Jerk Comics, in which he does a commentary on comic art from their rise and fame. Okay, cool. Um, In Praise of Shadows has a wonderful, like, I was going to say mini documentary, but it's like a full blown, like, 3-part documentary at this point about the rise and fall of horror comics. And, you know, the comics code and all that stuff. Um, Again, that's something you guys can check out. I love In Praise of Shadows. It's a good channel. It's mainly about like horror and stuff. So it talks about movies, and I think the only thing they've never talked about was video games. And I could be wrong, or they could have made a new video at this point. Who knows? Oh, okay. Okay, groovy. Well, I was a little afraid to start this in the middle of the day, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit here. I'm going to be drawing for about maybe 2 hours. Um, I could wait until the afternoon to do this, or I could do this, get it out of the way, and then work on some other stuff while you know, I'm going to try and, maximize my time. But hey, if different people see different things at different times of the day, I have no set schedule because I'm always working around someone else's something or other. Like doctor's appointments, or just like running errands, or even just whenever grandma gets bored. She's like 92 years old. I'm taking care of her. And so we just kind of do whatever. That's how I got food poisoning, I think. So we went to a restaurant. One of her like sit down like uh it kind of models itself after old diners. And there was like a billion older people there. And the hamburger that I asked for, this was let's see, it was like still like 10 in the morning, and they said, "Yeah, we serve lunch now." Because I'd eaten cereal, and I was like, I don't want pancakes. I don't want. And by the way, when I said I'd eaten cereal, I mean that I ate it like around 7 o'clock that morning, because I got up early. I've gotten into a habit of walking early in the morning because over the last year I'd gained like about 7 pounds, and my doctor says, it's nothing to worry about, but if you want to get it off, just like you're at that age where you should be like taking the advisement of what they say, where you should like move around at least like 20 or 30 minutes a day. Yeah? For what? Yes, you got 2 receipts, and be careful what you say. You got 2 receipts, and then you put both of them in your purse. I saw them. She still don't have it? Okay, well, yeah, we can head up in a little bit. We can head back up. I mean, in a little bit, if you can give me like maybe about an hour. See? That's the stuff. That's what I do. She's got a daughter who's kind of a screw-up. And now we're thinking about going up to the bank now in the middle of this when I asked her, are we done? Do we need anything? I'm telling you, I'm getting a little frustrated. If you don't mind me airing some of my laundry. But I love her, and I'd do anything for her. And she doesn't understand what this is. And I've even said it. It's like a TV show. It's like a radio show. It's like, and she's just like, oh, okay. It's like, you know what a TV show is, right? Right? And she's like, yeah, yeah. But what do you do? Here, hold on. Listen to the nice music. Watch me make the animation. I'm going to go and see if she can find those receipts. Yeah, hold on. It's going to take a little bit. let me finish this and I'll be done. I'll swear to God. Fucking hate old people. Okay. I'm back. Called Chase. They said, we're not answering our phone. They just basically said, we're not answering our phone at this point at this branch. Call our national thing. She can wait 1 hour. 1 hour while I get my own work done. If I had an actual, like, sitting down job, none of this would get done anyway. Until I got home, so... Okay, what are we talking about? On my own show, I'm sorry. On my own podcast, let's see. Welcome back. Are we talking about, Azella or something or other? He was the art director of the Powerpuff Girl movie. Oh, okay. I don't hate old people. I just hate that. You know, it's frustrating sometimes. And then her kids don't do crap. They don't come over and visit. Even my own mother. Actually, no, scratch that. She does all the time, but it's always on the weekends and always for, like, a nice visit. Ugh. Okay, sorry. I'm ruining the mood. But again, I'm glad that that sort of happened because now you guys know why I don't, like, things get interrupted. And I always feel like, oh, well, I'm going to start this. And then it's just like, well, put a stop to that. I'm just going to have to just go and barrel through it. And just do whatever I can when I can. Seriously, HBO Max is trash. Yep. Velma is not good. I'm gonna do a side-eye review on it because I've already recorded some stuff. Just need to edit it. But, yeah, it's shocking about how not good that is. Which is weird because it's also shocking that there are influences of where it could have been really good. Like, it does have like a Mystery Incorporated vibe, which I appreciate. But then that gets drowned out by all this weird, stupid teen nonsense bullshit. And it thinking that it's way more clever than it is. Or like bringing up tropes and dissecting them and stuff like that. Okay. This is gonna work out good. I'm happy with this. Huh? I got a black and white sketch by artist Rick Law. Ooh, good. Wait, artist Rick Law, did they actually do anything on Goof Troop? Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that's cool. Is that like one of the original production sketches? I'm so pissed off I gotta stop my work early. Or take a break. I'm gonna go get some chicken. Baked chicken, not fried. Oh, that's what I was saying. The doctor was saying, like, you're at that age where you might consider actually taking credence to, like, the old, well, you need to move 30 minutes a day. And not just because you do yard work and stuff like that. So I just go for a walk. It's nice. I take 2 walks, one in the afternoon and one just around the block. Listen to a podcast. I've been listening to How Did This Get Made, which I guess was under a like behind a paywall for a little bit, but now they just like are reposting old stuff and you know, old staples like Sawbones and My Brother and Me. Oh, and The Lore Men. You guys should check that out. It's by ABK and some other guy. And it's like about all the different lores, like different like folktale and like local myths they have in England. I almost wish they would have some American guests on as to like we've got tons of shit here in Arizona about like weird lawmen and like gold and buried stuff. I think we have claim to like the actual lost Dutchman treasure or something like that. Here. I saw the new Tiny Toons, and I have to say, one of the first episodes in the start of the series was not impressed. Yeah, I saw sort of. I saw some of it. Damn shame. Of course, when I figured it, when they said they were making like, were they making them brother and sister, or was that just like a misquote? That sort of fell off my radar. There's only so many times you can get excited about stuff before you like realize, oh, well, they're just going to pull the plug on it later, and I'm not going to get too invested. Like, they were basically begging people to watch Sonic the Hedgehog on Netflix because they were like, well, they measure it by the first 2 weeks. And that shows you whether or not they'll get like another one or whatever. Which, you know, sometimes shows take a while to actually get their audience together. And like maybe give it more than just a hot second when you spend $1 million on crap. Of course, they can then just like they have the option just to it's always constant reruns. They don't need to worry about anything if you're just like showing the same stuff over and over again. Which I don't mind. Like Kid Cosmic is great. It starts, it goes, it ends. In a very satisfying way. That's like the perfect like Netflix show to me. It ran 3 seasons. It told its story and it didn't wear out its welcome. I think you should do that. And then if you want to, with a successful series, then like have specials. Like where you bring the characters back If you got more ideas to like, and you really got an itch for it, and it's like, oh, I want to tell this one story about blankety blank doing this. Kind of like the Steven Universe stuff. Well, I mean, I used to binge watch even when they had DVDs because you had the DVD set. And it would always be like sad because you'd be like, "Oh my gosh, there's a whole series here I can watch." And then there was that whole like there was one episode that which like wasn't your favorite during the original run. And you'd just be like, "Well, I'm not going to watch that one. I'll watch all the other favorite ones first." And then the last one I would never watch. I would go back and watch the ones I didn't want to watch at the time, and then you finally get to that last one. That's something I especially did during the Futurama DVDs that I had gotten. And when you start getting closer and closer to the season end, you're like, "Oh man." If there's one thing about Futurama, they know how to end a series, especially since they've had plenty of practice with it. Centaur World. Oh, Centaur World had a good run, I'd say. I'd say like the first season is way better than the second. Um like there's just like the second season has like pacing issues, story issues. Um like I heard that it was supposed to be like 3 different seasons and they had to condense it and cut it down. Um Yeah, it wasn't as strong as the first season. The first season I really did enjoy. Now I'm just worried about my aunt getting that money. Shit. Let's see, where are we? We're close. We got about maybe 50 more minutes. Maybe I'll take Grandma out to lunch. Ugh. Let's see. Speaking of which, Toon News, Teletoon is ending this week and will be turned into Cartoon Network Canada. Oh man. Like, what was their story? Did they just were they? I know they would like specifically make like cartoons for Cartoon Network that would also air on Teletoon. Or did they make their own programming and then some of it like went over to Cartoon Network? Like shows like, I don't know, Sidekicks was one of them and stuff like that. And then also what was YTV? What was YTV anything? Or was it like a competing channel or what? Or was it just like a block? Like a certain block of programming. Oh, hey, May. Latter brand existed in two previous Canadian iterations. Chorus ownership. Replaced by Teletoon Retro. Okay. Oh, it's another channel altogether. Okay, pretty good. Later they late later will okay, I'm sorry. I'm looking behind another monitor. Relaunch Cartoon Network siblings branded Boomerang. The Teletoon brand will continue to use its companion streaming service, Teletoon Plus, but the rebrand will end brand presence in English-speaking areas after over 25 years of operation. Ah, that's a shame. Oof. That'd be like if Nickelodeon went away. Just like, oh, well, we're Verizon Cartoons now. Not Verizon. What's that one? Who owns Paramount and Comedy Central and Paramount, Comedy Central, Nickelodeon, MTV, I think they do another one. There was a commercial about Paramount Plus, and it was Viacom. There we go. Because it always sounds like a generic, evil corporation. But they did do one cute commercial for Paramount Plus, which was they got a Key back from Key and Peele, and he wait, am I thinking of the right one? Yeah, Jordan Peele is the one who makes all the movies now. Okay, so Key, he, oh God, what was it? He came back and he did his teacher character, and he was doing roll call for all these Paramount Plus. Well, yeah, it is, but it boldly just sounds like an evil corporation. But anyway, he was doing his teacher character, and it was his Key and Peele character. He was doing his teacher ones that would always mispronounce names, and he was doing it with all the different characters, like Dora the Explorer and Crumb. Crumb was a weird one. That was out of nowhere. I think they actually got the original voice actor, or at least got picked out the most perfect clip. Okay, now I'm horribly embarrassed. Is it? No, it's Key. Because Jordan Peele. Wait, no. Jordan Peele makes the movies now, right? No, I don't want to know about Jordan Peterson. I want to know about Jordan. Yeah, Peele's. Yeah, he makes Nope and stuff like that. So I'm thinking of Key. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I know it's horrible. It's it continues on that horrible mixing up different properties. It's oh, look at all the stuff we own. But I still got a chuckle out of it just because Key is a great performer. Okay, how are we doing for time on this other project I'm doing? Nope. This is the wrong. Keegan Michael Key. He's got Key in his name twice. Always think of them as Key and Peele. I know that's bad, but I just think of them as a duo. I think the only thing they've worked on again since then has been Wendell and Wild. which was really good. A lot of problems with its story, but like still fantastic. Okay, let's see now. What are we dealing with here? Okay, that's great. That's perfect. And what are the dimensions of this that I've been working with? Details. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I thought that would shrink, but it stayed perfect. Okay. Am I gonna check out the Super Mario Brothers movie? Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, eventually, I have this sort of zen-like. I don't go out to the movie theaters and look it up. I don't like figure out what service it comes on. I just wait until it comes to me, like either via Netflix or one of the other services, or if one has sort of a loose dedication to capitalism, you can find things. It's pretty good. Just don't expect like a masterpiece. Expect a masterpiece when it comes to the visuals, because that's great. But and even then, I would say that the budget is showing, because one thing that caught me off guard was that the puppets have visible seams on their faces, which kind of disappears. Like your mind adjusts to it after a while. And so you get to the point where you're like, you don't even notice it. But you would never notice it in a movie like Coraline, where I don't know what they do with that kind of thing. Because I've seen behind the scenes stuff with Coraline, and I know that they have seams on their faces. But I don't know if it's just from like they have some sort of way of like affixing the face to such a degree that it doesn't show up, or that it they do it like post credit, like where they just like digitally remove it after the fact. I don't know, but I'm curious about it now. Would I say it's a downgrade from Coraline as a film? God, that's a sticky wicket. It's really comparably, I would say Coraline has a much more succinct story, but that's also because the characters in Coraline are a lot simpler. Wendell and Wild tries to explore a lot of different themes. You can totally tell that Peele had his fingers in the writing process, because there's a lot of discussion about sort of systemic abuse, changing the outcome of events, doing your best, to try and make a difference. The problem is that Wendell and Wild has a lot more moving parts than Coraline. And I think it both benefits and hinders it in a little bit, because you got to go. One thing I will say is that don't get your hopes up for a lot of interaction between Wendell and Wild and the main character girl. That's what threw me off a little bit. I think the whole thing could have maybe used another rewrite to like give the two groups more screen time. They barely interact with each other. But again, they don't need to, because if you watch the movie, and this shouldn't be a spoiler, but the little girl has her own goals, and Wendell and Wild have their own goals, and they don't necessarily meet. And that's fine. The structure of the movie is good for what it is. I was just expecting like a different kind of movie at the end of the day. So don't expect a standard structure. Don't expect a sort of like laser focused story when it comes to these characters, because they do like they move and they change in a weird ways. But I will say that The voice acting is amazing. You are going to love. Oh God, let me think of his name. Uh, Wendell and Wild. That's a shame. It's got a 6.4 out of 10 on IMDb. That's too low. I would say. I agree more with Metacritic. Actually, I would bump that up a little bit more. Metacritic has it at 69, which first of all, that's fair enough. And then Rotten Tomatoes has it at 81, that's where I would like put it. Even if I wasn't an animation fan. Let me look at the cast real quick. Come on. James Hung, of course. Of course. James Hahn is fantastic in it, as always, as he's in everything. He kind of steals the show a little bit, being sort of these secondary villains. Oh, and also expected going in to be a little bit more mature in themes than Coraline. That was also another thing that sort of kind of threw me off. There is a you'll see it. There's something that's just like really weird. It's almost like Henry Selick. I was going to say Tom Selleck. It's almost like Henry Selick is getting a crack at his the full version of Monkey Bone he wanted to make. He wanted to make Monkey Bone to be a little bit different than what it turned out to be. And then this it's got like Monkey Bone vibes, especially in the opening. So I think you might enjoy that. Similar color, specified layer. Perfect. Okay, that's exactly what I needed. Tom Selleck's Coraline. Yeah. Everyone's got big mustaches. Is Tom Selleck dead? I saw him on an infomercial the other day. I was like, isn't he dead? It was about reverse mortgages. I was like, I'm pretty sure he's dead. Okay, so, wow. Cool. That sucks. So, like, they're like, do they even bother replacing him as... No, he's not? Who died recently? Oh, it was Reynolds, wasn't it? It was Reynolds. That makes a little bit more sense and is way more tasteful. Where's my eraser? Where's my airbrush eraser? There we go. I need to organize my brushes a little bit more. Paint tools say it does have the ability to organize your brushes. I barely use them. I barely make folders for them because why not? Why would I? I'm gonna try to experiment with some styles, and I really should figure out what I'm doing here. Okay, so he's 78. Yeah, okay. So, Henry Selick. He was meant to be Indiana Jones, but ended up on Magnum P.I. Okay. Yeah, that's why, what was I gonna say? Burt Reynolds. Oh no, heart attack. That's how he died? Oh, that sucks. Unless he was asleep, and that's fine. I think I could hope I hope we all go that way. It's like, oh, I'm asleep. I don't care. Um what was I gonna say? That's why Chip and Dale, like they both have, like one is in the Indiana Jones outfit, and the other one is in the Hawaii the Magnum PI outfit. Hey 16, how's it going? Here, we're at the 30-minute mark. I'm gonna tell Nan to get ready, and then we'll go after I get this done. Okay, anyway. Cool. Da, 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 da. Where is the line art? There we go. Alright, guys, I'm just really PO'd right now. That's why I don't fucking do anything. Let's see, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. Okay, good. We're at the coloring portion of the video. This should just take a real fast one. I don't even think I shade this one. In fact, I know I don't shade this one. Let me get up the picture just for when everything starts to end. Okay, here we go. There we go, and I'll throw this behind everything. Come on. Come on, where's the videos? Jubilee. There we go. And then we'll fit that to screen. There we go, that should be fine. And then that way when the video's done, it'll just pop up after this. Beautiful. Okay. Just gotta keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. Let's see now. Where was I? I was working with some stuff. I was doing it on these layers. Yep. Okay. What's this? I want to remind people. Oh, I have a Discord? Okay, cool. What is it all about? Continue. Oh, I got a little cat is my thing. I should join. What should my everyone call me? I guess CR. There we go. Create an account. Soccer balls. That's a weird soccer ball. I think that's almost generated. And they've also got pandas. Enter my birthday? Okay. Well. Am I making my own account? I don't usually do this. First of all, because at the time I was not interested in babysitting what happened on this Discord, but you guys seem pretty cool. Yeah, okay. Claim your account by entering a okay, sure. Password is too weak. All right. Email is already registered. Okay, screw this. I'll try the other one. So, I mean, I made an account once, I guess. Both of them? Okay, screw this. Wait, I'm just here. Okay. Okay, so I didn't need to do that. Or did I? Have a conversation, skip all tips. Whatever. Hi. Okay, I'm here. I'm new here. Say hi. Okay. Cool. So what have you all been doing? Huh, just kind of saying hello. Ooh, you made your Pokemon list. Ooh, video games. Hey, that looks like a tasty dish, May. From a half a year ago. Oh, that's right. I signed up as Crockett1. Here's a Halloween pig for you guys. Okay, so now I know I'm Crockett1. I'll try and sign in as that next time. Okay, cool. Anyway, closing. Getting back to this. Yeah, I'll have to post some stuff there when I can. I need to put this right there. And Mods, I'm good to showcase my Lego. Yeah, sure. That sounds awesome. Yeah, show your art, show your food, show all the stuff you do. I don't mind. I care about what you guys care about. Come on, that's not fair. Let's see. Let's see. I need to put this behind this. Okay, now I need to lock the lines, flatten that all. Okay. Sorry, we've had a few stops and goes and a little bumps in the road, but I think we're doing okay. Let's see. Oh, man. Well, that's doing okay. That's going to be clipping, and that's going to be... Oh, what did I do? Okay, let me think. What is this? Yeah. Oh, that's great. That works like a charm. I do that, and then select specific colors. No. Oh, duh. Okay. Okay, that's what's going wrong. Okay, so, and then we switch over to, okay, I got it. Damn. Okay, so I can't specify. Okay, inner specify. Merge. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little bit caught up in my own hype. I've just discovered something that will really help. Um, specify layer, or merge layer. Nope. Oh, what's this now? Did I get a text? No? Okay. Oh, hey, thanks, Oh, pardon me. Majuve? Thanks. Yeah, I think we're almost done. I just should do some little, stuff with the hair. Hey, Matt. Oh, yeah, there's tons and tons of art references of her. Let's see, I need to figure out what color these should be. Got that. I want to also deselect based off of let's see, I want to get rid of this. Too good. Oh man, I think I just figured out how to do colored lines super, super fast. There's a setting that says deselect colors of a similar thing, so shoot, I can go through and just knock this out. Oh, that's going to make everything easier. Nope, wrong color there. Then you just go through and clean up a little bit here and there. Oh. Be interesting if they ever put her in whatever they got planned for X-Men in the MCU flicks. Um, yeah, that would be cool. I guess they, like, what, after the merger, did they end, like, Excalibur and, or X? Like, what did they had going? They had, like, some sort of mutant series on FX, and then they had, like, the new kids, the new mutants or something. Oh, Legion. That's right, Legion. Because they wanted to be all spooky, scary kind of thing. Oh yeah, they had something with to do with the Shadow King. I remember him from the comics. I had like my uncle one birthday. He just got me a stack of odds and end comic books. I was like, oh, okay. And they were like stuff I've never even heard of. There was Arkham Asylum, where they would it was just about all the inmates in Arkham. And it was a weird one. It was about them playing baseball. And Poison Ivy was one of the, I guess, umpires. And they would play against, like, I don't know, what's the other one? Blackthorn or Blackgate or whatever. And they like completely wiped the floor with all these different characters. Where is this? Oh no, that's on the color. There's a this piece of line art that's on the actual color layer. Oh no. Okay, it got fixed. It is done. Um, huh. That's weird. Did it just stop? I think it may have stopped. Yeah, I think we're done here. Wait, no, just wait. Video. 18 seconds. Okay, I think we're done here, though. Yeah, we were done. Okay, we were totally done. And there we go. That's that's my Jubilee. It was just a little thing. I was trying to get back into drawing, and I'm really happy with the hands of all things. Like, I worked on those a little bit. They're still a little wonky, but I think they're like pretty stylized and good. She's got that big old weird grin. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with this one. Yeah. And if that's it, then I think that's it for this session. I got a lot of good work done while I was hanging out with you guys. And yeah, we'll post that in another video sometime. Anyway, until then, you guys get some dinner, get some lunch, get some breakfast, whatever you guys are doing. But just, you know, hang in there. And we'll see you next Artcast, okay? Okay. Bye-bye.